Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea Dinan. If you're new here, I talk about intentional living, simple living. I also love to talk about how to really create a home and a space that you love. Today, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to talk to you about. Personally, I've been going through a difficult time, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about that and how I get through difficult times and times when I do feel stuck. I have a very empowered attitude around life, and I think that I should preface all of this by saying that I am not a victim of my circumstances. While we don't have control over our circumstances and certain things that happen in our life, we absolutely have 100% control over how we respond and how we react to them. I believe that, and that is how I live my life. That said, there are still periods and times in our life when it's difficult. When we are being hit from every single direction with bad news or health problems or family issues, really heavy life stuff. And first and foremost, I just want to say that I feel you. I feel you if you are going through a difficult time. I've been there before. We're not going to get too deep with this. I want this to stay kind of lighthearted and positive. And so I just want to remind you that if you are feeling stuck right now, the clouds will break. There's no saying when, and so right now it is truly about weathering the storm. It is about doing everything that we can to put one foot in front of the other. Because again, although we cannot control our circumstances, we can control the way that we respond. We can control the attitude that we wake up with every single morning and the attitude that we have when we go to bed. So yes, you're going to have your bad days and your bad weeks and your absolutely devastating months. That's a given in life, unfortunately. So here are a couple of my tips about how to weather that storm. When it's tough and you feel stuck, how do you get through? Here's what I've done before. Hopefully some of this resonates with you and you try it out yourself. I gave you my number one tip, and that's to remember that we can't control our circumstances, but we can control how we react and how we respond. So that's something that I remind myself of every single day. The second thing that I do when I'm going through an incredibly difficult time is I listen to my body. I listen to my intuition. And this, a lot of times for me especially, is easier said than done because I have the personality and kind of the work ethic to hustle, 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 even though my body is screaming at me and begging me to rest, rest, rest. I posted about this on Instagram not too long ago. If you're not already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram. I'm posting about my lifestyle and my life and my tips and tricks as I go through it myself. And so for me, when I do hit these rock bottoms, when life does hit really hard all at once, I have to turn inward and I have to listen to my body. And again, this is easier said than done because I might feel like I have a million things that I need to handle, but my body is screaming for me to go to sleep or for me to not do anything at all. And I know that sounds kind of counteractive, but sometimes that's the best thing that we can do, because if we continue to exhaust ourselves and exhaust our resources and really deplete ourselves of energy, then in the end, we end up hurting even more. So time and time again, even though I have a very strict schedule that I like to stick to, that keeps me going every single day, and I know that my schedule is telling me I need to jump out of bed and get to the gym, my body is telling me, no, not today, and maybe not tomorrow. You need your rest. So I invite you, when you are going through difficult times, to turn inward. Listen to your body and listen to your mind. What is your intuition telling you? What is your body telling you? And try to listen to that, because honestly, it's your body telling you how to restore and repair itself so that you can get back out there and conquer what you need to. Sometimes this means making yourself a bath. Sometimes this means putting on your lipstick and your high heels and just walking around your house because it makes you feel better. I mean, it can really be anything. It's about putting one foot in front of the other and doing what you need to do to get to the next day and the next day and the next day. Because we all know when we go through these difficult times, it is difficult to bear. And depending on how bad the situation is, it can be really hard to wake up that next morning and jump out of bed and say, let's do this. It's about doing as much as you can to take action in that present moment to get you to the next hour and the next hour and then the next day and the day after that. until you can finally look behind you and see that that storm has passed, the sky has opened up, and that it will be smooth sailing. Another thing I recommend is to find a way to channel what you are going through. This might be through listening to music, dancing to music. Maybe it's going to the gym, being active, putting on your favorite tunes, and just allowing yourself to work through whatever that energy is that you're moving through. Get that going in your system. Perhaps it's journaling or just meditating while you're taking a bath. But channel that energy. Don't allow it to just stay stagnant and inside of you. Find a way to bring that out into motion. Get that out of your system as best you can. Maybe it's talking with a friend or a family member. Again, maybe it's turning to your journal. Maybe you like to write. Maybe you like to sing. Maybe you like to go out into nature and sit at the beach or go for a hike. How can you channel that energy in a way that makes you feel good? And then the last thing that I want to recommend is, again, when you're turning inward and you're listening to your intuition and to your body, and you're moving that energy around in whichever way works for you. Also remember the importance of just allowing yourself to be. Maybe you just need to be still. I have found it to be so crucial for me as I'm going through these moments and these periods and these trials in my life, is to not force anything, except maybe eating. Sometimes we have to force ourselves to eat in order to get that nutrition that we need. But otherwise, don't force anything. Give yourself permission to move more slowly, to take some time to relax, to give yourself that proper care that you need when you are moving through a difficult time. We have to accept and acknowledge and really give ourselves permission when we are going through trauma or when we are going through a difficult time, that our bodies need us to take care of it. Because we're not just rolling through the everyday motions. We are handling something that's difficult, and that takes a toll on our body and our spirit and our mind. And so we have to replenish that. We have to rest. We have to recover. And that means not forcing ourselves to do anything that honestly we don't want or need to do. Last quick thing that I don't want to forget is to try to give yourself a deadline, right? You don't want this to go on for a year. Instead, say, you know what, I'm going to take this week to just relax and revitalize myself and not force anything. But definitely give yourself some sort of a limit to come back and check in with yourself at the end of that time, see how you're feeling, reassess. I hope that this has helped. If you haven't already, head over to my blog, chelseadynan.com, where I have lots of other free resources about life, about moving through transitional periods of your life. And if you are interested in simple living and how to live a more intentional life, I have a free workshop called Simple Living Starter Pack. I will link to that below so that you can sign up for free and get access to that workshop that I hope will help you further. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm here for you guys. I'm cheering you on. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you are having to handle right now, as difficult as it may be, continue to remind yourself that the clouds will break. Right now it's about putting one foot in front of the other, taking that action day by day, and you will get there. If you liked this video, if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, as that really supports my channel, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss future videos about simple, intentional living and some other things that I like to throw in there as well, such as solo travel and home design. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I'm cheering you on, and I will see you guys next time.